What is going on? I just wanted to do a quick video and a huge thank you for Curtis, William C. Chapin. We were exchanging text messages back and forth about this bullet right here, and I was having issues getting it to seat square and flaring the crap out of my cases, and about no matter what I did, I shaved lead. I put a flat seating stem in my seating die. I really had to take my time and get that thing dead nut straight, otherwise I would shave lead, and I couldn't quite figure out why. So he took it upon himself to machine out a seating stem that fit this bullet perfectly. So he shipped me this box. I haven't opened it up yet. I just cut it open off camera. Oh baby. The Dominican Republic has it all. Yes. Oh, we're gonna wear these while we load them. Those are awesome. And here it is. Make sure there's nothing else. Get that out of there. And let's see what we got. There she is. I think it was like a 68 or 70 degree taper on this bullet. And look at that. Fits just fine. Heck yeah. Alright, let's throw this in my seating die and we'll load 20 rounds or so of this up. Alright. I think we got our powder thrower set all right. Got my case flared here. This is kind of hard to do on camera, but it appears that I have an appropriate amount of flare. It's got a nice suction to it. I actually backed off my flare die just a little bit because it was overkill before. But I mean, that should be plenty. Alright, let's get our overall length set and we'll load some rounds up. Alright, I think we got our overall length dialed in. I got 20 pieces of brass here ready to go. I got 20 primers loaded up, and today, let me see if y'all can see these. We're using Winchester large pistol primers. These are probably from the 70s or the 80s. Not exactly sure. Let's give it a go. Check powder. Look at that. Come on. It's probably locked on focus. No lead shavings. No nothing. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, there's just a tiny, tiny bit of ring from the cedar, but I'll take that all day. I don't care. I don't shoot well enough to notice the difference anyways. Heck yeah, Curtis. Just in case you were wondering, I'm wearing the glasses. I'm gonna double check my powder for the first 10 cases or so because I don't remember if the powder measure was closed or open when I poured my powder in, and I think I opened it, Well, let's double check. I like it. Throwing 4.1, 4.2 grains of bullseye somewhere in there. Set the bullet on. Well, bam. Bam. Once again, no lead shaving, no nothing. This is awesome. This is working beautifully. Check my powder here. Do. Get the bullet started. Seat. Crimp. That one felt a little funny going over that expander. Maybe that case is long? I don't know. Get it seated nice and square. Look at that. I'm still checking my cases for my powder charge just to make sure it's not going to stop dropping powder, and if it does, I'll know when it happened. That case must have been a little bit short. Let's spin that guy. Very nice. Are we still in focus? I hope so. Yeah, looks like it. Curtis, it's pretty unbelievable that you were able to do all this just with the mill that you got in your garage. I really appreciate you taking the time and helping me out, man. If you guys don't know Curtis William C. Chapin on YouTube, definitely check him out. One of the smartest guys I've ever met. If I don't know something, I'm pretty sure he does. Oh, I dropped the primer. I gotta find it. Son of a... That's a spent primer. Hang on, got a job delay. Alright, I found it. I also found a small pistol primer on the floor that was unfired. So, bonus. Let's double check this guy. Yep, it's unfired. Check the powder. Ooh, that is not enough powder. Nope, that would have been a squib. Measure's off. So let's see. There it is. Turn it clockwise, it turns on. Dump the first few charges back in. See? That's why we pay attention. Boy, that would have been fun. Not like I haven't had a squib before, though. So remember that. Turn it clockwise. Turns it on. All right. We're good to go now. Everybody happy? Everybody safe? That could have been bad. Sometimes I spin the round halfway through seating the bullet. Sometimes I don't. Just whatever I feel like. Beautiful. This one, I might pull the one I loaded before that one and just double check that powder charge just to be safe. Resize. Let's not drop a primer. Wonderful. Now that I know the powder measure's turned on, should be able to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm sure this is not the most exciting thing in the world, but we learn together, right? Ooh, that's a dingy old case. But still fires just fine. And everything is still looking good on the bullet seating front. These Winchester primers are seating 10 times easier than the old CCI primers that I have that come in the sideways sleeve from the 70s. I couldn't believe how tight those were going into the primer pockets on these. I thought I was going to set one off. So the old CCIs, man, something about them. Maybe they're just a little bit bigger, but it was insane how much pressure it took to seat those primers. What's going on here? There we go. Check the powder. She looks good. I think some of the issue could have been as well that I'm using mixed brass that obviously hasn't been trimmed, and I don't know how many times it's been fired, yada yada yada. So the trim lengths are probably all over the place, and that means the flare is in turn probably all over the place. I'm gonna spin that guy. That one shaved a tiny bit, but that was because of the flare. I felt that one not wanting to seat quite right. So that was probably just a shorter case than the rest. Yeah, I think that one's much better. I don't know if I mentioned or not, this is the Lee 452 200 semi-wad cutter. It's a cop. Oh, I dropped another primer. That one went way under. Son of a bitch. Still not crazy about the safety prime. Yeah, that one's way down there. I'm not even going to bother looking for that guy. So yeah, the Lee 452 200 semi-wad cutter is what we're shooting out of a 6-cavity mold. Size to 452. Overall length is 1.240. And we're going 4.1, 4.2 grains of bullseye. Dillon taper crimp die. And everything's looking kosher. I'm really digging this turret press. Only thing it needs is a light, which they do make. KMF Squared makes those. I have one of those on my Dylan, and it is insanely bright. And I've got one on order for this guy. Still good on the powder. So don't send me one, anybody. Please and thank you. I've already got one coming. That one shaved a little bit, but it felt shorter. I felt it when I was seating the bullet that case may have been a hair shorter. So maybe that's half my problem right there, is my cases are all over the place. That one felt pretty good. A spinner just in case. Yeah, I really need to go through my 45 brass and cull the ones that are too short. Oh, missed the primer. What's going on here? Must be running low. There's one. Yeah, I've only got one or two primers left in there. I think this might actually be the last one. We'll have to check. Still trying to get that bullet as straight as possible from the get-go, because that is just the best way to do it. And if they feel a little funky at first, I'll just spin the case around and it has no issues whatsoever. I don't think I have a primer in here. Not that I can see. No sir. So let me grab one real fast and then we'll finish them up. There's probably all kinds of primers all over my floor. Nothing a vacuum cleaner can't fix. Is this video still going? Yeah, I got 50 seconds left. So, primer is in. Bullet as straight as I can. Spin that guy. Wonderful. And here we go. This one, all right, video cut off. This guy shaved off just a little bit, but this was that case that I said felt short. So that is obviously not the fault of the seating stem. Give a quick measure real fast. 1.240. Dead on the money. Here. That one's 1.238. Close enough. .238. So the consistency on it is pretty good. 1.236. 1.2385. 1.237. That is completely acceptable with me, and that could have been me not putting enough man boob into it because I'm at an awkward angle trying to get that camera close to the press. But I would call that a huge success. Curtis, thank you again so much, man. That is huge. That's awesome. This was going to be my attempt. This is my other seating stem, and I packed that in full of JB Weld, and I was just going to sand that I like goobed up some right there, and I was gonna put a little bit of a taper on there, find a drill bit or something that was a 70-degree taper or something close to it, and just go from there. But you took care of that for me, and I thank you very much, Curtis. Anything you need, anything I can help you out with, let me know. I appreciate it. But that's all I got for this one, and I love the turret press. I love the quick changeovers, everything about it. I almost enjoy it more than my Dillon, to be totally honest. But that's all I got for this one. Thank you. Real quick, I was wrong. That case was not set off to the side because I thought it was too short and seated funny. That was the case that I was going to pull because it happened before that potential squid that only had 1.3 grains of bullseye in it. So yes, I did catch that. And everybody who noticed, thank you for noticing.